Hello everyone, welcome back to Samba Server. In this video, I will show you how to install and set up Samba Server on Ubuntu so you can easily share files between Linux and Windows systems. Here in left side, I have created proper documentation on installing Samba Server. We'll follow this simple 3-step to set up Samba Server in Ubuntu and test this client in Windows. This is my Ubuntu server I have installed in VMware, and this is my local server IP, and I'm going to install Samba in this Ubuntu server. So open your terminal, roll up your sleeves, and let's get Samba up and running. For the part 1 installation, to install Samba, we'll run following commands. The first one is update. So let's update the system by typing the command apt update. It will take some time depending upon your updation. The second one is installation Samba. So type this command apt install Samba. It will not take much time. So after the installation, we can check if the installation was successful by running this command, where is Samba. So let's wait for the installation. Well, the installation is done. So let's check the installation is completed or not by typing this command. Well, you can see that the installation is done, and this is the Samba directory where the file is installed. So this was the first part. After that, we'll configure Samba. Now the Samba is installed and we need to create a directory for it to share. So we'll make a directory named Samba Share, and this is the directory we'll share. So type this command mkdir-p Samba Share. Well, you can see the folder is created using the root and group name is root. So the above command create a new folder Samba Share in our home directory, which we will share later. The second part is the configuration file for Samba. So the configuration file is located at etc samba smb.conf. So go to the very last part of this file. So at the bottom of the file, add this following lines. Just copy the code from here and paste here. After that, we'll restart smb server. So now that we have our new share configured, save it and restart Samba. After that, update the firewall rule to allow Samba traffic. Since we are not using any firewall, that you can see UW state is inactive. If you have firewall that allow Samba server in your firewall, else you can leave this option. The final part is setting up user accounts and connecting to share. Since Samba does not use a system account, so we need to set up a Samba password for our users account. So type this. As you can see, we have our user test user. We'll set up this user for our Samba share. Give the password you want to create for a Samba server. You can give any password you want. I've used a simple password for here, like admin123. Now the user is created. You can see the added user test user. So test user is our user and the password I have created for that. Now the server configuration is done. Now let's create a Samba password for another user, the user that doesn't exist previously. So I'll create a password for CyberSharks, and it will say fail to add entry for user CyberSharks because the user is not present here in our server. So you can create a user and password already that user is present. Now let's change the user permission and the group permission for that folder. So simply type this command to change the permission like chown, and we will change the user and the group for as test user. So user and the group is already changed. Now the server configuration is done. Now it's part. Now it's time for Samba client configuration. This is our server IP. So let's go to Windows Server where you want to use for client. Go to my PC, click on map there, and give your server IP in that format. And backward slash the Samba is the folder that we have created to share. It will ask for the username and password. We have already created the username test user and the password we have created before. Once you get the username and password, it should be connected automatically. You can see the file the Samba is created. Now let's transfer the file. Go to Samba Server and we'll try to create some file or folder here. So let's create a file, test file 1. Now you can see here in the client the file is shown there. If I create another file like test2, the file is already created. So in this way you can create the file and you can edit the file both in the client and the server side at the same time. And that's it. Your Samba server is now installed, configured and ready to share files seamlessly between Linux and Windows systems. If this video helped you, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on notification so you don't miss more Linux server and cybersecurity tutorial from CyberSharks. Got questions or want to see advanced Samba setup like permissions, user-based access or security happening? Drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy sharing and stay secure.